Rory Gallagher made Clapton, Page, and Hendrix bow down in respect. Yet his 7-minute masterpiece, Walk on Hot Coals, gets 0 radio play, while inferior guitar work dominates classic rock stations. If you claim to understand guitar music but don't know these 10 tracks, your education starts now. Hey rock lovers, we need to have a serious conversation. Classic rock radio has been playing the same tired playlist for 40 years, while absolute masterpieces collect dust in forgotten vaults.
Well, if I can do something, you can do something. If I can do anything.
These aren't obscure B-sides or throwaway album tracks. These are the songs that made legendary musicians pick up their instruments, influenced your heroes, and packed arenas when they were actually played live. Today, we're excavating 10 buried treasures from rock's golden decade. Tracks that deserve to stand alongside Smoke on the Water and Freebird, but somehow got erased from history. Hit that subscribe button if you remember when discovering music meant digging through vinyl bins at your local record shop, because we're taking you back to when rock was dangerous, authentic, and absolutely revolutionary. Number 10, Slip Kid, The Who.
I've got my clipboard, textbooks, lead me to the station, yeah, I'm off.
Kicking off at number 10, we're diving deep into The Who's catalog. Not their stadium anthems you know by heart, but a criminally underrated gem from 1975 that showcases Pete Townshend's songwriting genius. Listen to this opening. This groove is tighter than a bank vault. This is Slip Kid from The Who by Numbers, and while everyone was obsessing over Tommy and Won't Get Fooled Again, this track was quietly becoming the secret favorite of musicians who truly understood what The Who represented. Pete crafted this as a stark warning to the younger generation about the devastating price of rebellion.
Kid Slip Kid, second generation, I'm a soldier at 13.
And Roger Daltrey's vocal delivery cuts like a razor blade. The song builds tension like a gathering storm, creating an atmosphere of impending doom that's absolutely captivating. But radio programmers ignored it completely, choosing safe hits over this sophisticated masterpiece that required actual listening to appreciate. Nine transports us to Britain's progressive scene, but not where you'd expect. Everyone knows Supertramp for their radio-friendly hits, but in 1974, they unleashed something that proved they could rock harder than anyone dared imagine. Dreamer from Crime of the Century, and before you claim familiarity, when did you last hear this masterpiece? When did any DJ have the courage to spin it instead of playing Breakfast in America for the millionth time? This track contains everything that made 70s rock extraordinary. Those signature crystalline harmonies, Rick Davies' absolutely brilliant keyboard orchestrations, and a driving rhythm section that influenced prog bands for generations. Guitar work here is criminally underrated. While bands chased heavy metal trends, Supertramp was creating something timeless that still sounds fresh today. Number 8, 20th Century Man, The Kinks. At number 8, we dive into the Kinks' catalog beyond their British invasion classics. While everyone knows their early hits, Ray Davies was evolving into something deeper by the 1970s, creating social commentary that still cuts today.
Product of the 20th century.
20th Century Man from 1971's Muswell Hillbillies pulses with anger and frustration toward modern existence. Ray Davies was decades ahead, predicting the alienation and technology overload we're experiencing now.
Girl, we gotta get out of here.
The guitar work bites viciously. The lyrics slice deep, and everything pulses with righteous fury against the modern world. This represents protest music at its absolute finest, yet it became buried under their earlier pop hits' commercial weight. If you've ever felt disconnected from today's digital madness, this song speaks directly to your soul with prophetic accuracy that's almost frightening. Number 7, Heartbreaker, Free. Number 7 genuinely breaks my heart every time I consider it. Free delivered one of rock's greatest anthems with All Right Now, but Paul Rodgers and company had tremendous reserves of untapped brilliance. Their final studio album contained this devastating jewel. Heartbreaker shares the 1973 album's title, but this transcends typical title track obligations. This is Paul Rodgers pouring his tortured soul over some of the most emotionally devastating guitar work ever committed to tape. The blues foundation anchors everything, but there's profound vulnerability that elevates this into rarefied territory. Free was disintegrating during these recording sessions, and that pain saturates every single note. It's raw, authentic, and should be mentioned alongside any great rock ballad in history. Instead, it's been criminally forgotten while vastly inferior songs receive endless rotation.
Before we continue, listen up, rock fans. We just dropped something epic. The Rock and Shock Classic Rock Quiz ebook is finally here. Over 100 brain-melting questions from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Plus, bonus lyric rounds and wild rock myths you've never heard. And right now, it's 66% off for our first 100 buyers, but only while this launch deal lasts. Get your copy now by clicking the pinned comment under this video, checking the video description, or visiting the link on screen. You can also scan the QR code with your phone. Think you are a real rock fan? Prove it.
Number 6, The Devil's Answer, Atomic Rooster. Number 6 plunges us into Britain's underground scene with a band that should have achieved Black Sabbath success. Atomic Rooster was pioneering organ-heavy hard rock before it became fashionable, creating something genuinely special in 1971. The Devil's Answer features Hammond organ cutting through the mix like a sonic sword. This actually reached the UK top 5, but America remained completely oblivious. Vincent Crane's revolutionary organ work here predicted the keyboard-dominated metal that would emerge later. While the punchy vocals and relentless rhythm created an irresistible combination. That haunting organ solo influenced everyone from Deep Purple to later progressive bands. Yet somehow this masterpiece fell through rock history's cracks. If you're experiencing this for the first time, prepare for a new obsession. We're halfway through this journey, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing the best rock education on YouTube. The top 5 gets even more intense, including Ireland's guitar god who made Hendrix take notice, and the song that literally inspired Zeppelin's greatest composition. Don't even think about clicking away now. Number 5, Walk on Hot Coals, Rory Gallagher. Number 5 brings us to Ireland's greatest guitar export, Not U2, but the man who made Clapton, Page, and Hendrix genuflect in respect.
Walk on hot coals, sleep on a better day.
Rory Gallagher was the guitarist, and this track from 1973's Blueprint represents 7 minutes of pure 6-string mastery. Walk on Hot Coals delivers guitar tone dirtier than anything imaginable. This transcends technical showboating. This is pure emotion channeled directly through steel strings.
Got my little girl beside me, no matter what I say.
Rory's hypnotic playing builds layers systematically until listeners become completely entranced by the groove. Live performances of this song achieved legendary status. Audiences stood transfixed as Rory worked his supernatural magic.
Not gonna gamble on my baby. Just lose this streak, I might not win.
This should be mandatory listening for anyone claiming guitar music understanding. Yet radio completely ignores it while celebrating inferior players constantly. Number 4, Don't Look Back, Boston. Number 4 features a band whose debut album receives rightful worship, but whose second album contained this absolute anthem that never received proper recognition. Boston's revolutionary sound reached new heights with this 1978 title track that proves they weren't merely one-album wonders. Don't Look Back showcases Tom Scholz's guitar tone as liquid lightning. Those soaring harmonies, that meticulous production, the sheer power of the arrangement, this represents arena rock achieving absolute perfection. It deserves placement alongside More Than a Feeling as an example of American rock supremacy. But radio programmers chose safety, obsessing over debut album hits, while this masterpiece gathered dust. The guitar work alone should have secured classic status, yet somehow it became overshadowed by its more famous siblings. Number 3, Thin Lizzy, Showdown.
But Miss Lucy got a fellow with a flick knife in his hand.
Number 3 separates true rock scholars from casual listeners. Thin Lizzy earned recognition for their hard-edged anthems, but in 1974, they created something bridging rock and soul in ways that shouldn't work but absolutely do. Showdown features Phil Lynnett's criminally underrated bass work. This is where rock meets funk, producing pure magic. Lynnett's vocal delivery combines silk smoothness with steel toughness, while the guitar work displays sophistication that influenced countless subsequent bands.
King of clubs makes a dollar, king of diamonds is a witch.
This song deserves placement at every gathering, every celebration, every moment requiring music that compels movement. Instead, it's been forgotten while vastly inferior songs receive endless play. Phil Lynott was pure genius, and this track provides undeniable proof. Number 2, Humble Pie, I Don't Need No Doctor. Number 2 brings us to a band that should have been massive, but timing worked against them. Humble Pie, featuring Steve Marriott's powerhouse vocals and Peter Frampton's guitar work before he went solo, created something special in 1971. I Don't Need No Doctor from their live album Performance Rockin' the Fillmore showcases raw British blues rock at its absolute peak. Marriott's vocal delivery is pure fire, screaming with conviction that makes Robert Plant sound restrained. The guitar interplay between Marriott and Frampton creates electricity you can feel through the speakers. This should be mentioned alongside any great live rock performance, but somehow it's been overshadowed by Frampton's later solo success and overlooked by classic rock programmers who never understood its raw power. The guitar work alone should have secured classic status, yet somehow it became overshadowed by its more famous siblings. Number 1, Deep Purple, Space Truckin'. Here we reach number 1, Deep Purple's most criminally overlooked masterpiece. While everyone knows Smoke on the Water and Highway Star, this track from their 1972 album Machine Head proves they had even more devastating material that radio completely ignored. Space Truckin' showcases their band at their most experimental and heavy. Ritchie Blackmore's guitar work ventures into uncharted territory, while Ian Gillan's vocals soar over John Lord's cosmic keyboard arrangements. The rhythm section drives this 7-minute journey through musical space with relentless power. This song influenced the entire progressive metal movement and showed that Deep Purple could be both commercially accessible and artistically adventurous. Yet somehow it became buried under their bigger hits, known only to the most dedicated Purple fans who understand their true range and creativity. There you have it, 10 absolute masterpieces proving the 70s had depths most people never explored. These aren't just good songs, they're revolutionary tracks that influenced your heroes and shaped the music you love. The tragedy? While inferior songs get endless play, these gems sit forgotten. That's why we're here, to remind you that great music doesn't always get the recognition it deserves. Your mission? Find these tracks, listen on proper speakers, and share them with friends who think they know classic rock. Let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most. Subscribe and hit that bell. We're just getting started excavating the treasures rock history forgot. Until next time, keep digging deeper than any playlist.